Shoik lifts it in, it's deflected invitingly for Adil Khan, who can't get over the ball, and that's an escape.
Definitely is, there's no question about that. But again, Diego Carlos proving that little bit of magic down that left-hand side. Adil Khan in a well-advanced position from the right-back position there. Just wouldn't sit down quickly enough for him. Just skips up. Can't get over the top of the ball.
Adil Khan, what a season he's having. 30 tackles, the most by an Indian midfielder, even though he's playing right back, and around 235 completed passes. Let's not forget his goals. 4 goals in his 10th appearance.
He's a big lad. ATK went to sleep last week.
And now, Azuka, who we've not sighted all night.
Pune went to sleep there, didn't they? Because no one picked up Adil Khan for his goal last week. No one picking up Azuka there, and sharp mind there from Jerry. Just delivers the ball into the danger zone. Should have done better.
A very, very good chance for the visiting Jamshedpur. On the road, they've done fairly well. They've only had one stumble. They lost 2-1 in Goa, their 7th game of the campaign, and they'd won 2 and drawn 2 and not conceded in those 4 games away. Pune at home, 3 wins, 3 losses. The wins have been big. Mumbai 2-1, Northeast 5-0 and Kolkata 3-0, which we saw last Saturday night at this lovely compact stadium. Diego Carlos trying to take 2 of them on. He's got the throw in.
Subic had to be strong in the challenge there. Come on, that man, getting the march on you.
Yeah, slightly late. Tej coming forward from his defensive position. You mentioned the fact that 3 Indians are in the back 4. That's a rarity in the Hero Indian Super League.
It is, and it's the same for Jamshedpur today, because obviously they were starting with BK and Teddy, but Anas back in now. Can they hold off and hold up this attack from Pune? Because it's one of the most threatening in the league, that's for sure.
No one holding back in that one. I wasn't entirely sure about the throw, but they'll get a free kick now. So Luca, he'll be missing his mate Taber, but Taber gets injured, gets his 4th game of the season, and then gets suspended from the Kolkata game, and he wasn't 100% for this game either.
Sometimes in football you've got to be in the right place at the right time and take your chance. You feel it would be Luca or Diego Carlos that would miss out. Let's not forget they've signed 2 new players as well.
And they didn't look too shabby when they came on last week.
I like the look of Stankovic.
He slotted straight in, didn't he? And he tried to catch the keeper off guard. Remember that? That was brilliant. We'll see him tonight, I'm sure.
I think we will. I think we'll see more of that as well. Rohit Kumar not backing down and all over the back of Trindade. Definite free kick.
Well, no doubt, Paul, they've identified Trindade as a real threat. Rafa Lopez, he's been a real constant, hasn't he? Gurtej, Lopez, They've played every minute of football this season. Here is Farouk. One of 3 changes tonight. And the interception by Luka was timely.
That was a brilliant move. The little flick there from Azuka. Almost coming off for Jamshedpur.
Yaman Raju gets it forward. It was Wellington Priori. There is Rafa Lopez. He's got a good background. He's very experienced. He's played in the Bundesliga in Germany and of course in Spain. Raju scored a cracking goal last week as well. Oh, lovely turn. And that deflected onto the path of Jerry, and he would have sent it very late.
Still got to hit that on target for me. He's gone in on the same line. Look at Azuka and look at Jerry. There's no angle there. If he staggers his run and he's 2 yards behind, he can always go and attack a ball and go onto it. But when you pass the ball, that's what happens. There's nothing you can do. So again, something for the young man to pick up on, and I'm sure we'll develop his skill and hone that skill over the next few years.
Despite that move breaking down with Adil Khan having the confidence to play to this arcade, there's some signals here that will concern Renko Popovic.
You might find him just sneak back half up to the stands. No, he won't. I'm sure that he'll address them. Don't worry about that. He'll be right in the players' faces.
This is wonderful close-in ball control, and Farouk has been a shining light early on. Unlike it deflects off him, but he's prepared to take them on and not play it safe.
Oh, and that's important as well, because it's giving them another option than just going long and trying to get the second ball. You've got someone who's prepared to pick the ball up and run at players, and Jerry's the same. Farouk down the left, Jerry down the right. Can cause problems.
The stats continue to climb in terms of shots on goal faced by the Pune keeper. That's a ball and all challenge. And good commitment from the 2 Indians, Isaac and Yamnam.
Good play again then from Wellington. You just watch how he drifts forwards and drifts in and out of games, and the little touches here and there. There's another one back inside.
He came in the January transfer window and now sees himself playing his 3rd game in a row. That's the difference he's made. Farouk gives the Pune defence just a chance to organise themselves now, and as you can see, weight of numbers telling. Marcelinho clears.
7 Jamshedpur players forwards there though, looking to try and create something. Didn't see that in the opening couple of games.
We're seeing a lot more of this arcade than we are of his counterpart at the other end.
I think Trindade just got caught a little bit earlier from a hand or an arm. Is there a little bit of blood, which is what's been said? There you go, there's a little bit of finger pointing. Yeah, there's a bit of blood, so Vishalketh has got to throw it to touch.
We'll see if we can pick up that incident.
It was a hand to the face. It was.
Farouk acknowledging his keeper. Just 21 years of age. He made 2 appearances in the 2016 competition for the Blasters. But just his second start, he's come off the bench 8 times. And a bit of a knock there for Memo. There's a man that we haven't seen too much of midway through this first half, and he's not happy with his countrymen.
He's one of those unsung heroes that are in the team, just to break up the play of the opponents.
Azuka's ball's intercepted by Isaac, and then the first time attempt is well wide of the mark.
I just gave him the commentator's curse, didn't I, Andy? There. He does his job extremely well. This isn't his job. Let's put it that way. He does break things up, and he does stop people playing. But I think it's shooting practice for him tomorrow.
Yeah, he's started every game, played every minute, along with Subrata Titi and Shobek Chakravarti on the right side of that defence. Tiri, delicate ball, isn't it, for Farooq? One touch was too strong. Very, very unlucky there because he got around them again. He's tormented the right side of that defence. Look at Khan. He was left languishing.
He was, but he was just, as you said, a little bit too heavy with that first touch and a little bit too close to goal. He'd have just put that down and just cushioned it into his path. He could really have been in there.
Way too heavy with the touch, and now Marcelinho wants Jerry to move away for the free kick. He's had a very good season in terms of goal return. 6 from 9 coming into this game number 10 for him. Of course, was suspended for 1 game, accruing too many yellow cards. He's trying to test the keeper. Clever. But you've got to do something extra special to beat that man.
Yeah, that'll do his confidence the world of good as well. Just fizzed in. Half shot come cross. He's going to cross the ball just to try and...
Yeah, he's going for it.
Just ask a question there to Sabratapol. So goalkeepers sometimes try to get a yard. And when I say get a yard, they try to gamble that it's going to be a cross, not a shot. So Marcelinho just trying to catch him out there. And Alfaro again on the shoulder, not a million miles away. It's only a question of time before he gets another goal.
The right sort of pass through, and he's on his way. And at the moment, Trindade, he can't force his way through that defence. Marcelinho always looking to receive first in the centre of the midfield. He's down on the deck, it's a free kick. They're all complaining that he's taken the dive.
We don't like to see the hand waving for the yellow card there. First instinct was it was a free kick. Watch the leg go out from Tiri. Nowhere near the ball. Does catch him. But there's no real malice in that, because look, Marcelinho's just moved the ball. That's all.
He's just got his foot.
Dangerous though, because of the physical side that Pune are.
In it came, it's miscued, the head out the keeper. That is 100% commitment. There's a collision there, it looks like it's Luca. But that's brave from, no, it's Alfaro, it's brave from the keeper. Very brave.
It's brave from both of them, because that is a collision and a half, by the way. I think Sabrata just gave Alfaro a little kiss on the head there as well.
FC Pune City looking for an opening. It's too deep for Adil Khan.
No surprise to see now that Adil Khan is getting the attention of Anas, marking him from set plays. That's where ATK got it wrong last time. Here it is again. Wellington turning his back on it. And listen, let me tell you, both players entitled to go for that ball. They really are. And you can see Alfaro's got there first.
It's a good save.
Sabrata's come out. It was just a mess after that, wasn't it? Just a heap on the floor, 2 players entangled together.
More importantly, no injuries to either player.
Sabrata just went, that's a foul throw. Oh, don't get me started.
Oh my, that is such a foul throw. any children are watching, that is not the way to throw the ball in. There is the man who's been guiding the fortunes of FC Pune City, Ranko Popovic, back on the bench after a 4-game suspension.
Doesn't look too happy though, does he?
Priori's kept his run. He's trying to get there. Gertesh stood firm and cleared.
Keep an eye on how much work rate Wellington does as well.
This time he's got the young Sahil. He's been one of those special young players that's been given a chance and has consolidated his place in this team. There's a few of them in all the franchises, just waiting, eager. Some of them step up, some of them sadly just can't do it. 3 attempts to 2, favouring the visitors, and that's brave. Oh, he's missed it though, and it's stolen. It's like a thief in the night. Somehow, from nowhere, Jamshedpur take the lead.
Well. You can see what that means to Andre Piqué as well. And that Jamshedpur bench and the fans. That's just a collision and a misunderstanding. Vishal Keth comes flying out. And you'll see it here. Was he offside? That's the big question. Oh, Sales tried to outmuscle him. But Wellington's a big, strong, powerful boy. And he just holds his own. There's the collision. Wellington didn't even need to touch it. Then when the outside of the foot just flicks it in. I told you to keep an eye on this boy because he floats here, there and everywhere. He's popped up on the left. He now pops up on the right. Jamshedpur 1 up.
Well, it wasn't the commentator's curse for a change. Goal number 147. He's spoken so highly about this recent acquisition, who has had a taste, of course, of the Hero Indian Super League with North East last season. 12 appearances, the 8th foreigner signed via Thailand, and here he is. First ever goal for him as well.
Cool, calm finish, that's for sure.
I must say, if Jamshedpur were to be the first team to score, I would have thought it would have come down that left side, but the right work for them. Wellington becomes another player who scores in the Hero Indian Super League.
Rohit there, just getting a little bit adventurous. The younger players with that inexperience that just take the wrong decisions on occasion, and Rohit did it there. They've scored a goal, they now think that we can shoot from anywhere and we're going to score. Doesn't always transpire that way. There are better options.
Who do we lay the finger of blame on in terms of the goal? It's just one of those situations in football. Keeper comes, defenders there, players hovering. You were concerned about the offside, whether he was.
I think you've got to point fingers at Sahil because he's tried to outmuscle Wellington and lean into him. And again, it's a young boy learning his trade. He's got caught. He's then collided into Vishal, who's got the ball in his hands. But it's popped straight to Wellington, and that's just a freak. That just, I mean, it just happens. There's nothing you can do about that.
My initial commentary was that Vishal Kate coming out and cleaning up what was potentially a dangerous scenario.
You can't legislate for a player colliding into another player, though.
No.
Particularly when they're both on the same team.
Referee just waved play on there, and maybe it would have been a better option to have the free kick in that position. A few metres outside the penalty area. So goal number 147 in the Hero Indian Super League, scored by a January transfer signing, Wellington Priori. Will we get to at least equal, if not beat, the 22-goal tally from week 10.
Possible. It's football. Anything's possible.
Very important note earlier, 4 clean sheets and 5 away for Jamshedpur. Right now that result means that 3 teams would be on 19 points if it was to stay at 1-0, but here's Marcelinho. No sign of panic. That's clever defending as well.
Mimo tracking all the way back in, doing the dirty work. The unsung heroes of the matches are people like Mimo.
Dangerous ball, look at... Oh! Did he see it late? Totally askew with his timing.
I think the second one, Andy, just got that completely wrong. Who's marking him? He's got him behind Anas. It's as though it was Anas's man. On that occasion.
Oh, Bishop Gates in trouble here. Azuka is just waiting for it, looking for the support. Trindade. Wellington Priori already has tasted the back of the net. Lines it up invitingly for one of the players that Paul Macefield's been impressed with tonight.
Yeah, Mimo again. Getting forwards and missing the target by a long way. Shalketh getting caught there though. That's the first time we've seen what would be a serious error of judgment from his half since he's come into the Pune side.
Definitely. I can't recall him making a major error in this season for the Hero Indian Super League. There's been a few mistakes that have crept into some of the players here tonight, which we're not accustomed to. It's in the hands of FC Pune City to respond. Just one loss in their last 5 games. And Jamshedpur, before their back-to-back wins against Kerala and Delhi, they lost 2 and drawn 1, so they've shown the form that they need to deliver to continue to press the top 4. And also with those teams right behind them, they're on 16 points, and Mumbai and Kerala on 14, and the champions Kolkata on 12, and North East, there's been a recent revival from them, they're on 10. That's gone over the top of Shovik. Is it kept in? It is. But Diego, his touch just a little bit too much. Here is... Oh, if that comes off, it would be right up there. Trindade down the right. Azuka with the sublime skills. And we all wanted it to hit the back of the net.
The sublime skills were from Trindade with that run, because he waited, skipped past the challenge and delivers a real quality ball into the box. Azuka had just got ahead of the ball, so had to flick it goalbound. You're right though, they are spectacular when they come off. Just wasn't to be.
Well, the goal has livened up the game. Luca could have equalised actually down the other end from the corner. And then, as you saw, Trindade's scintillating run. And Azuka on the end of the ball inside. Not sure if Azuka's shorts are ripped, but half up, half down. Must be the new fashion now. This is incisive from Alfaro. And Isaac was squeezing down the right flank. Wellington Priori. This is incredible. He's beaten 2 of them, delivered a dangerous ball, so Hill just heads away, and Jerry gets it all wrong, unfortunately, for the youngster.
You could tell from the touch that he wanted to shoot, but it was just a little bit too far out of his feet. Again, again, Wellington down the left, brilliant ball into the far post. There's just that touch there takes it away from him, just that fraction there. The ball's moving away. If it's stationary, he's over the top of the ball more, keeps it down, hits the target. Again, a youngster still learning his trade.
Well, there's first booking of the game. It's been a very clean contest so far. Just have a look at this challenge in on Marcelinho. Memo gets the booking.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact there, but if you watch, Marcelinho's on his way down already. No need for Memo to do that.
Very surprising. In all the minutes of football that he's played this year, he's not been booked once. Marcelinho, they're still alive. Luca. Kumar plays it across now for Rafa Lopez. Adil Khan's come up to help the attack. The touch is good from Alfaro. He goes down under a late challenge from Trindade. The ref sees it. His wave play on, but Alfaro's on the ground. Possession is still with the home side. Alfaro looks gingerly at the moment, and that's where he'd normally be pressing Anas. He's hardly moved, so there's turned out to be no advantage. And it's Azuka with the interesting fashion statement with the shorts. He's driven it low and hard. He looked up, there was no one there. Farouk, he's got himself and his team a corner.
Great work though again, Azuka. There's the glance up. I think that's a shot and he's got it completely wrong, because there's too much pace on that for him to just roll that across. You can see there, he's stuck at the ball.
I'm just hoping that Alfaro's okay.
That looks as though it was that time.
That tackle on Alfaro?
On Alfaro, yeah.
One 1-0 it is to Jamshedpur. They're trying to really press home the advantage. The Shilkate only has Jerry. That was always going to be the keepers. Danger time. How many goals have been scored in the closing minutes of a first half? Marcelinho shoots, and Subratapur kept an eye on it. The goal from Wellington Priori is the point of reference. There's Trindade, who's been booked, so that's a headache. So those key players now for the visitors are in the book. It hasn't been too bad a battle here tonight. There's been some defensive mistakes that you wouldn't have expected, but again, there's one of them, falling well short. It's a big one for Rafa Lopez. I can't recall him ever doing that, and that's a dangerous ball that Vishalkate has clean. Wherever you're watching, this is the Hero Indian Super League. 10-team competition. Each side plays 18 games, and then there's semi-finals over 2 legs and a final in Kolkata in mid-March. What a period it has been for Indian football. The national team doing so well over the last 12-18 months. India hosting the Under-17 World Cup. tomorrow. That's going to be a beauty. Kolkata, Chennai. Tell us about it, Paul. You've got one of your best buddies who's now the coach and one of our good friends here at Star Sports.
Yep, both teams. I know John was on coaching courses with him many, many years ago. And of course, Ashley Westwood, the interim manager, we might add, at the moment at ATK.
What an initiation though, Chennai in there in such good form.
Well, they'll want to get back to winning ways because they lost last week, didn't they? So that's a huge game for all concerned.
Adil Khan, it's rare that we've seen him coming up the right side to support Isaac.
Great, but you've got to get back now, that's the thing.
Well, he's had a lot of work to do down there with Farouk coming at him all night as well.
Exactly. Where is he? He's still not getting back.
There he is now, he's back. Oh, that's well wayward. Just the final pass for Pune is almost non-existent.
Hasn't worked for them in the final third today. They've been disappointing, it has to be said, in that final third. The actual quality. But it can change with 1 second.
And if anyone can change it, it's this guy, Alfaro. It was too deep for Marcelinho. I don't mind what he tried to do there. Everyone would have expected the shot.
But Jamshedpur are tight at the back. They're very compact. They keep things on an even keel. That's what they've gone for today. So they are going to find it difficult to score goals, Pune.
Tightest defence, of course, Jamshedpur. Only 9 goals conceded. The only side that are in single digits for goals conceded.
And that run at the start of the season, what was it? There were 6 points after something like 4 games, and only scored 1 but conceded none. It was one of the most bizarre things I've seen. But as a new franchise, Steve Coppell came in and wanted to keep things tight to start with, so that they were never ever going to be cut loose. And now they're a bit more expansive and they're a bit more free-flowing.
Well, the first 7, they'd scored 2 and conceded 2.
Great if you're the defensive coach.
And they've got a very good defensive coach there.
Yeah, you're not going to argue with Wally, are you?
No, no. And it's interesting how that partnership works. Wally's on the bench, he's the animated one. Steve sits back and just observes. And obviously things get said in the dressing room. They sort it out and Wally continues. Not much for stoppages. It was just that sort of head knock early in that first half. But we hope that Pune can come back out and respond to this 1-0 scoreline. And now Marcelinho's onside. It's an open goal. It's going to be what? No, it's not. Alfaro is blocked. That's incredible on the line. It might have been Shobit Chakravarti. Or was it Yundum Raju? This is a save and a half for a defender. It should have been an equaliser.
That was unbelievable. And I tell you what, Zabratapar did ever so well just to take that off initially. But that last-ditch challenge from Raju was absolutely spot on.
It summed up their night so far as Wellington, the goal scorer, looks deep. Sahil. And they finally clear, but they'll be relieved now because it's half-time. Well, a dramatic conclusion to the first half. Action aplenty as we saw this wonderful run. Marcelinho took a touch off Subrata, and then Alfaro wanted to play safe instead of hitting it first time with conviction. And then that amazing, amazing block, as you'll see here, the body on the line from Yundum Raju. Alfaro will be very disappointed, as will his team and all the loyal supporters here at the Balawadi. That's huge. That could certainly be a turning point of this game, because an equaliser would have lifted the spirits of FC Pune and would have really shot down Jamshedpur. Intriguing battle, this one. This is match 55 from the Hero Indian Super League. FC Pune City 0, Jamshedpur 1, with the scorer Wellington Priori, the Brazilian who signed in the transfer window.
How on earth is that ball not in the back of the net? How on earth has that not been a goal for FC Pune City? Is that the miss of Hero ISL 4? Is that the miss of the Hero ISL? And it's all its history, because after the first 45 minutes at the Balewadi Stadium, it is the away side, Jamshedpur FC, that is leading the home side, FC Pune City, by 1-0. I've got Paul Macefield and Russell Osman with me. Gentlemen, we know it's the miss of the season. Hands down, we know that. How has that not ended up in the back of the net?
It's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, that's a man with no confidence, right? Particularly with Alfaro. But this, I mean, it's a magnificent ball that splits the defence. It times his run to perfection. But it's Subrata Pol that does the initial work. A stunning save from him with his foot. But Raju, like good defenders do, when the goalkeeper goes out, they back their keeper up, get behind them, don't they, Ross? To make sure that at least there's a body in the way. But he's got to score here.
He's just got himself in the middle of the goal, though, hasn't he, Raju, and said, "You've got to beat me." And Alfaro's had a touch, and I'm afraid he's kicked it straight at Raju. And Raju is probably more surprised than anybody else that he's actually made the save.
How did he go again?
Just like that.
So he's spot on.
Not
lack
like
of confidence.
Like that.
Spot on. Huh? Lack of confidence. Right?
Lack of confidence. Yeah. If he had scored in the last couple of games or got 2 or 3 in the last few games, as soon as that ball presented itself in front of him, he'd just kicked straight through it in the back of the net.
What about Marcelinho? Because Subrata made a save as well over there.
Very
Suppose
good
he
save.
took too much time. I know. There's lots. It was whatever he's done after that. He could have still scored.
Yeah, he should have done. I mean, he's timed his run to absolute perfection, and I mean, it was a lovely ball threaded through. But again, I think Subrata's just he's come charging out, and he's gone right. Okay, you're going to have to go right round me if you're going to try and.
He's
beat
outside
me.
the box.
Yeah.
When he makes the save, you know, which is a good thing. He's got his hands out of it, not fouled in. You know, made a very, very good save indeed. I thought as soon as Marcelinho got on the ball, he's going to be in the back of the net.
Yeah, you wouldn't disagree with that, because I mean, watch this run. It's timed to absolute perfection.
First time they've opened them up.
I mean, I think he's just trying to flip it round him, but Subrata knows he's out the box, so he's got to use his legs. And again, we've said with goalkeepers, it doesn't matter how they stop it going into the back of the net. it doesn't matter.
It's funny because Alfaro actually made a run as the ball was slipped through, and Alfaro was offside 2 or 3 yards. You know, and that's affecting the way the back four's actually played a little bit because they've stood there, so he's been interfering with play, but it's not been given, and then he nearly ends up being the one that taps it in at the end of the day. So one of those funny offside.
Best way to finish this chat off is my grandmother would have scored that, and my grandmother is 96 years old. Think about that. There is one goal that did come your way in the first 45 minutes in Pune, and that goal came from the away side, courtesy Wellington Silva getting his first goal in the ISL. Paul, little Jerry putting him through as well.
Yeah, Sahel got it all wrong, didn't he? Because he's tried to outmuscle Wellington. He's tried to lean into him to ease him off, and I mean, he's twice his size. That's the first mistake. Vishal Keskumi has been strong, he's been positive. You can't legislate for what happens then. The collision, the two Pune players come together. But how about that popping right on a plate for Wellington, who just flicks it in with the back of his, the outside of his foot into the back of the net?
Yeah, Wellington's reactions were sharp as anything, weren't they?
He's been good this half again.
He saw the gap, you know, and you think, is he going to cut it back? He's in the gap at the near post and just slotted it straight in.
We haven't spoken about one person, that is Marcelinho, because we haven't seen too much of Marcelinho right now. And what they're doing with Marcelinho is whenever Marcelinho is getting the ball, someone's coming in and making sure and telling him, welcome to the game.
Yeah, it's like the Brazilian triangle we spoke about earlier, isn't it? Marcelinho's in there, and Memo, Trindade and Wellington, they know all about him.
Yeah.
You know, and they've had a little niggle at him, and you've seen Marcelino just flick a couple round the corner when he thought there's a tackle going to come in tight to him. But, you know, he'll still have an effect on the game.
They passed it on as well. They've passed it on. Memo's got a yellow card, so Trindade's had a go. You've seen Wellington have a go. So everybody's just letting him know that he's in a game. They're not letting him get comfortable on the ball. But as you saw right at the end there of the half, that if he does get that half a yard, it can be deadly because he timed that run to absolute perfection.
To give credit to Jamshedpur FC in the way they played out in these first 45 minutes, they've kept their shape. They've kept their shape really well.
Yeah, strong shape. You know, but you can see that they left Azuka more or less up front on his own. Trindade is doing a lot of work for him, dropping back in and helping them out in midfield. You know, and Memo's not too far away from the two centre-halves as soon as they lose the ball. Even though he does support the play, he's very quick at getting back and guiding everything.
I think it's the best we've seen Azuka play. We haven't really touched on him. I think the work rate that he's put in and the way that he's closed down and he's had the opportunities and the chances to be able to open up things. I think that this is the best 45 minutes we've seen from him. The support act is there. I mean, Russ has said a couple of weeks ago that Jamshedpur were going to change to a 4-4-2. That's exactly what they've done. So support is coming and it is there. And they just look a different team to when we saw them in the opening match of the season because they're a lot more open, they're a lot more expansive. And, you know, they look dangerous. They look dangerous.
I think they're going into a side that knows the strengths, you know, and knows that, you know, they're good enough at the back that they can venture forward a little bit more than they used to, knowing that they are solid enough to get back in shape very, very quickly. As soon as they lose the ball, it's bang.
Exactly.
Solid, done.
As soon as they lose the ball, everyone's back. Now, coach is back in the sidelines. He, of course, will be having a few words to his players right now. What do you suppose can we expect? A few changes here and there? Or you suppose a little more physical Pune side coming out?
They've got the quality on the bench to change it. You know, the likes of Stankovic, who we saw, who come on, who's a decent player. So, I mean, they can mix and match. Taybar's in there if he wants to push somebody else forward as well. So there is enough there to be able to have options for him if it's not going for him in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, he'll make changes. I think he might make a couple of changes at half-time. Midfield. Listen, we'll get at him straight away at the start of this second half. You know, fresher legs against one or two lads that are getting a bit tired.
You suppose that midfield battle, that's the key for you now going into the second half?
Still the key. I think we said before the game, and it's been played out the first half that way, the way that Mimo, who we don't talk about in the commentary, but he's doing all the donkey work, all the dirty work. He's picking balls off here, there and everywhere and putting challenges in. So that's the key area for me.
Paul, Russell, thank you so much for joining us on Let's Football Live. We, of course, will be going back to the Balewade Stadium. It's FC Pune City taking on Jamshedpur FC. Live action from the second half coming your way in just a bit.
India, let's football.
We welcome you back to the Balawadi Stadium where Jamshedpur, the visitors, are leading FC Pune City, where two changes are being made. The import Stankovic just clapping his hands there. He comes in for Jonathan Luka, and Sarthak will replace Isaac on the right side of that midfield. So two alterations, and well, Ranko Popovic obviously not happy with what he saw from his team. They could have equalised right at the death in stoppage time. There was only a minute added on by the referee, Mr. Kumar. So, interesting to say the least. Remembering that Tabar is on the bench, but Stankovic is certainly a shining light on the minimal appearance that we saw from him against Kolkata. He came on after the third goal was scored and almost got his first ever goal in India. Miscued pass from Alfaro. And now a free kick. So concern, of course, for FC Pune City, third position coming into this game. Jamshedpur in sixth spot. And down goes Farouk. He was a constant threat. He was the only player, along with Trindade and Anas, to come in. Three changes made to Jamshedpur. Azuka still in play, but the angle was so difficult for him. As we welcome back Paul Macefield, two changes. Did that surprise you?
I'm not sure he'd have made the changes right on half-time, but I think he needs a bit more of a physical presence, needs to go after Jamshedpur. And that's why he's made the changes. Quite simple, really.
Sahil will put in a very solid challenge on Jerry. Playing it long, it's going to skid out there. There's no chance at all for Alfaro. Anas, he looks comfortable. He's had his fitness issues, unfortunately, for the new boys. Jamshedpur, Ranko Popovic back on the sidelines tonight. There were some good signs, though, for his team. They've just got to execute in front of goal. You even think of that chance that Luka had with the header from the corner. Abdul Khan early on, blazing over. And then in injury time, Marcelinho had threaded it through for Alfaro. Ishfaq Ahmed, one of the assistants there to Stephen Koppel, former Euro-Indian Super League player. Last club was there at Kerala. Dangerous ball from Rafa Lopez. Referee blew the whistle, but it was a sweet hit from Yamnan Raju, and the referee did blow before he executed the shot. How good's this?
Oh, not backing down. Either side really do have to be in each other's faces. Raju again involved in the thick of the action. Again with Marko Stankovic.
Brought to Paul. He'd be desperate to keep another clean sheet.
Had to move him back to the top of the Golden Glove, I would think, if my maths are right.
5 clean sheets this year, 18 in his ISL career. And Trindade, the radar was well off.
Yeah, you can see exactly what he was doing, having a look around. There was not much else on, so tried to pull the trigger.
Stankovic finds Marcelinho. He's going himself, and Alfaro was waiting inside.
No, you're not going to beat to Rata from that angle.
One for Azuka and Gertesh to chase. Gertesh, confident, calm, not phased. Sahil was there to support him. Rohit Kumar to the youngster. Sahil's ball inside fell short for Alfaro. Rohit Kumar, he did get the better of the scorer with that first touch, but was clipped.
Can Pune get back in? That's the question. You know that Jamshedpur will try and keep everything as tight as a drum.
Up goes Marcelinho. No one came through in support down the left flank, and Jamshedpur clear. First of this away stretch for Jamshedpur. On Sunday they're in Kolkata, then Thursday the 1st of February they're in Mumbai. There's confirmation of the 11 out there now for Pune. Alfaro. Marcelinho has the space. Just parried away, not cleared properly. Definitely, obviously, not a back pass, but a good sign.
Stankovic there at the far post. Bang. Bringing the best out of Subrata. Not the best clearance there from Manas, it has to be said. Got away with it.
Trindade just inside. Is Jerry. Gertesh in. Pune always looking to counter and counter quickly. This player is definitely going to be knocking on the door of first team selection in their next game. If he keeps this up, a very good find. They're playing on Friday here against Kerala.
Popovic there going mad that wasn't given. Diego Carlos just jumped straight into the defender. It was never a free kick. You're getting something from this game. Get this boy on the ball a lot more. That's why.
A little bit too strong from Stankovic, but he opened up the defence, and that's what Ranko Popovic wants to see. Already, he's the go-to man for FC Pune.
I think you said it's not going to be too long before he wants a starting berth. I think the only reason he didn't start today was because the result was so positive last time out.
A wealth of experience, of course, for Stankovic. Player who's played over 300 games professionally. Gertesh, second time, and the touch from Sahil. Azuka was very, very happy to receive. Here is Farouk, 17 v 17, Indian v Indian. It's off Rohit Kumar. Pune had more possession in the first half, more attempts on goal. Tiri It's gone beyond him and beyond Khan. Adil Khan, the bounce didn't help him at all. Tiri, some great touches. The deep ball, it's too hard for Jerry.
Nice idea, just needed to be floated a little bit more there from Shuvik.
That's what Marcelino loves doing, just running at defences. Well, was he fouled it outside the box? Yes, the referee says he was waiting to play the advantage.
He jumps up and comes and remonstrates with the referee very, very quickly, doesn't he?
And now he's back on his haunches. It's a blatant clip.
It's a free kick, it's outside the box. Get up, get on with him.
2 players already booked for Jamshedpur. Memo and Trindade.
Keep an eye on that one.
And Subrata Ball's heart rate has kicked up a few beats. Marcelino, the top scorer for FC Pune City with 6 goals. And of course, he was our top scorer in season 3 of the Hero Indian Super League. Will he go for it? Or will he play a deep ball? 3-man wall is set. Adil Khan unmarked deep in the box. Now they see him. He's trying to bend it around that wall, trying to be sneaky.
Not his best effort, it has to be said. I don't know what he's trying there. Didn't work though.
Yeah, it looked like he was just trying to beat Subrata at the near post, and just the angle was always a difficult one. Well, Adil Khan's headed it backwards, and Azuka takes advantage of it. And they get the corner kick.
He gets away with it as well, Azuka, because it was a poor touch from him. Just comes off Adil Khan. But he has worked hard tonight. I think it's the best game that we've seen Azuka play so far for Jamshedpur.
Yeah, that back heel attempt too in the first half was a really good build-up. Tiri's up there again. The keeper was coming and gave up on it. Adil Khan didn't give up on it. Now it's danger. Trindade in the box, challenging Rafa Lopez.
Please tell me how that's a free kick. 2 players coming together, challenging for the ball.
We'll try and get a replay in for you, Paul. Didn't appear to be much, both going for it. Again, a dangerous scenario for this FC Pune City defence. Stankovic goes long again. How about that? Marcelino. He gets the angle right and covered. And covered well at the near post by Subrata Ball.
He does look better when he's in a wide position, doesn't he? Marcelino can cause a lot more issues, a lot more problems, can drop the shoulder, which is exactly what he does there. Cuts back in, tests the keeper, hits the target.
Well, it's an aggressive looking lineup in the second half of Pune, hoping to give the team big returns, just like your investments in equity mutual funds. There's more purpose to the home teams playing the second. Diego Carlos was speculating in a sense. Tiri had time to measure his header away. Rohit Kumar his tenacity wins out in the end as one of the subs. We won't call him a super sub just yet, but he does look the part, Marko Stankovic.
Great little turn and roll. Mimo just leaning into him.
Alfaro. Here is Stankovic. His first touch gets him away from Asuka, and he's just leading a merry dance at the moment. He wants it back, but Sahil plays it back for Gurtej. Typically in the second half, the home team have had a lot of the ball going one touch too much. Luckily, Adil Khan was quick, and now Stankovic coolly does. Marcelinho. This is the longest sequence of possession from FC Pune City. At least a dozen passes now.
All in front though.
Stankovic, he'll receive. And good covering work from Hamdam Raju. Already 60 minutes gone, and here is the first change for the visitors. Sami Dunti is coming on.
Interesting, we haven't seen him for a long time.
Well, you'd have to go back and remember that game at home to Chennai In when they lost 1-0. And he came off the bench. He's only had 2 starts this season, so he's been missing for 4 games. He's out there now. Was that tackle late? The referee, I thought, was playing the advantage. Alfaro. It's summed up his night so far, hasn't it?
What about this ball? Alfaro as sharp as a button again. The little return pass from Stankovic. Absolutely sublime. Did the contact come after the shot had come? That's the big question.
Not many complaints from Alfaro, and now a free header. It's in. It's in. Gurtej has done it. He's brought them level. The big defender has come up, and he has scored his first ever goal with the Hero Indian Super League. Another Indian does it.
Well, we've said all along how dangerous this side is from set plays. Gurtej, Rafa Lopez, Tebar, who's not playing today. You got a scorer in Alfaro, Adil Khan. Again, not so much attention paid to Gurtej. And he just walks off his marker. It looks as though the chance is wasted because, let's be honest, it's not the best header in the world, but it's into the ground, so anything can happen. It hits the bar with the spin on the ball. It's only going to go one place. More importantly, and most importantly for Pune, it's got them back in the match.
Game on. 1:48. The goals keep coming in India. Jerry. No foul there at all. Just standing his line. Just kept in by Rafa Lopez. Sahil. Kate not panicking. Confident play from the keeper. Azuka was trying to just ask a question. There is confirmation of the goal scorer. It happened just after the substitution. So it's a rare sight, isn't it, seeing a goal be conceded. But even though they've been scoring at will in recent weeks, Jamshedpur, they have conceded some goals as well.
Yeah, but you don't concede from set plays. I think that's the issue and the problem, and that will really irk Steve Coppell. because they'll have been prepared for that. However, Gertes just managed to create a yard for himself, and that was it.
Stankovic's ball forward wasn't really met cleanly by Anas, but again it's with Jamshedpur. Duty, he'll get the return pass. Rohit Kumar is just keeping an eye on him. He slips, and it gives Kumar the chance.
Sums up his season so far, Sammy Duty, doesn't it?
That was some pass, wasn't it, from Stankovic? It found Alfaro. He lines up, and the Rock, Thierry and Anas closed him quickly. Stankovic short for Alfaro. No one moving at the moment. Is he onside? Marcelino is onside. A deft little touch inside. Alfaro! That's how you put them away. Pune City take the lead for the very first time. Double substitution at the break. Game breakers in their own right, but it's the old guard. Marcelino, Alfaro.
Yeah, but where's it all come from? Stankovic, new kid on the block, joining the party. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, hasn't Popovic got this one right, making the changes at half-time. Alfaro round the corner. Was Marcelino offside? It was touch and go, but he knew exactly where to put it. Little step over, creates that yard. And Alfaro, well, we said he might have lacked a little bit of confidence at the end of the first half where he should have scored. First goal in 5 games, and the confidence now will come straight back. A man who thoroughly deserves his goal, because his work rate so far tonight has been exemplary.
Well, when he gets them right, he puts them away. The delivery inside. My initial thoughts were that Marcelino might have been a fraction offside, but Alfaro, it will certainly, as Paul Macefield alluded to, do him the world of confidence, because 4 of his 5 goals coming into tonight had come in the first 3 games. But he is a workhorse. He creates, he sets up, he runs all day, and he's been rewarded for a persistent, constant performance tonight. Jamshedpur, they're trying to get back in.
What's Sammy Duty trying to do there? Scoop it over the top. It's too congested. Was he offside? Let's have a look. No, clearly onside. Tiri not stepping out enough. Raju either. What about the run from Alfaro though? Absolutely spot on.
The amount of defenders in that penalty box for Jamshedpur, they still didn't pick him up.
Well, they did, but they just can't stick with him because he drops his shoulder, he creates a yard here and there. They think he's going to make a run here, and he goes there. That's the mind he's got.
Diego Carlos. He still gets a nice ball in. It's just got to be laid back, which it is. Khan goes first time. Duty blocks his path and wins a free kick.
Little Khan. It helps with him moving into that defensive midfield role.
Now Paul, if Pune can win this one, we have new leaders in the Hero Indian Super League.
Second time Rohit kicks the ball away. It was told once by the referee. Second time, yellow card. It's amazing, isn't it, that about 4 minutes ago we were going to have, what is it, 4 teams on 19 points, 3 teams on 19 points, a 5-point gap then down to 6th place, and within the space of 5-6 minutes we've got new league leaders.
That's how tight it is. It's an unpredictable league in a sense too, because even tomorrow Chennai might be entrenched in the top half of the table and they're playing ATK, but it turns around for the home side in the second half. And remembering they've already lost 3 of their 4 games this season at home. 3, when I say 4 games all up, 3 have happened here.
kick.
Confidently done, Vishal Kate. Eyes on the ball and a quick release, and it's got to be a free kick. Terry went down. Alfaro felt the challenge was clean.
I think the referees are always going to give that when it's touch and go.
That's what you like about Alfaro. He's never one to complain. That's his stats now: 6 goals, 1 assist.
He can go down cheaply on occasion, but tonight he hasn't. Tonight he's stood up and been counted.
What's Stephen Coppell thinking now? Just over 20 minutes remain. He's just made the one change. He's got his striker Ashim Biswas on the bench along with Curvins Belfort, because Jairu's there as well. Jerry takes them on. Can he lift it? It deflects of Adil Khan, loops up, and again aerial strength from Vishal Kate.
Just what you want from your keeper. Positive, strong, come and claim that ball. Easy done. Little Jerry though, just skipped round the challenge like there was no one there.
He's looked like doing it a couple of times in the second half, but what about the clearance, finding Alfaro? The back heel just a little bit too much for Diego Carlos. Oh, he's trying to be clever. He had men inside though. Did you expect this in the second half?
Oh, when you're going to make 2 changes at half-time, I think you expect the reaction. I thought he may have made them after 10-15 minutes, but wanted that immediate impact, and it's paid dividends. I expected them to have a go, Pune, come out with a bit more fire in their bellies, as it were. That's exactly what's happened.
There is one of the goal scorers tonight. It's Angle, straight away there's no animosity, and look at that, that's what you want to see, some sportsmanship. He knows it was slightly late.
Did you say tangle or what? No, it goes to tango.
South American style. Oh, the goal scorer, and it could have been the equaliser. Dutti was there, the keeper makes a rare blemish, and it possibly should have been 2-2.
How much time did Wellington have here? He's just fired it in. It's poor keeping. I think it's come off Sartak in the end.
Defender, yes.
It's just as well.
And we'll get a little discussion about what's going to happen in our change. Curvins Belfort, yes, indeed, is coming on. An attacker had to come on, so a holding midfielder goes off, and that's a rarity. It's the first time Memo has been substituted this season.
Well, Jamshedpur showing their intent that they're going for it.
Young Jerry to take the corner. Thierry and Belfort are in. Is it deep enough? But just evaded. Like was Dutti, he was inside, but look at the steal. And the surge from Diego Carlos. And Thierry, he's come back, it's bounced straight back to him. Marcelinho should have let the ball travel instead of controlling. He had the overlap coming.
Yeah, maybe the wrong decision. However, wanted to get a touch, wanted to get on the ball.
Can Jamshedpur break this defence down again? It's a deep ball. Sahil left it! The flag is up for offside. I thought Dutti made his run fairly clean.
I can't believe that he was offside there, Duty. No way. No way on this earth. It's because the ball has travelled such a long distance that by the time he's touched it, he's put the flag up. But Duty, what is he doing? He's got to score there.
No control. He knew the ball was coming. Power from Titty.
Well played.
Yeah, because Marcelinho was offside, so he plays to Alfaro, and now Alfaro is again being unselfish, looking for Marcelinho. Look at Stankovic. He just looks so strong on the ball. Look at Adil Khan up there as well. Oh, they're here in Pune. The Imperial Blue Boys. They've decided to flag wave. That's what you do in Pune. You either beat the drum or wave the flags. There's enough of them out there.
I think it's the same in Goa. They love the flags, don't they, over there? Always great to see.
Another Jamshedpur change to be made. Farouk is going off. Hashim Biswas, who was one of those players, dropped to the bench today. He's coming on.
I think that's an intent shown from Jamshedpur to change from a 4-4-2 to a 4-2-4. They're going to go long. They're going to try and squeeze the game. They're going to try and get crosses in with Duty on one side.
Four big men were waiting deep and it came up short. And this is the threat. Diego Carlos has got speed to burn. Look at the right side now. Good first touch. Marcelinho, he can finish it off. Suprata stood down and saved, and now Diego Carlos was hoping to get on the end of it. Rafa, his ball, it's waved away. Diego Carlos thought he had a penalty, but that was the time they could have put it beyond doubt.
It's got to be a yellow card then for a dive, hasn't it?
End-to-end football, the delivery. Just one of those scenarios that happen, but let's have a good look at this ball.
Zabrata again gets his angle spot on. In that long foot. Oh!
No. The referee says no again. Well, there's been some spark in this second half. End-to-end football. Some lucky escapes. A couple of really good saves. Juntia to come on now.
Yeah, no surprise, bringing off Sahil. Younger, inexperienced. I think I said the last game, if you're keeping this man, Fanai, out of the starting 11, then you're doing something right. The youngster has had another good game.
Unused sub against Kolkata. He missed the Chennai end game after the red against Jamshedpur. 8 starts all up, so as you alluded to, experienced campaigner. Alfaro. Stankovic.
That's been a game changer, you know.
But he hasn't seen enough of the ball in the last 10 or 15 minutes. Another view of that opportunity. The feet, or the shin, it wasn't.
Dive. dive. Embarrassing. No one screaming for it or waving imaginary yellow cards there. Just get on with it.
Evans Belfort. He started quite a few games early in the season. He's been an unused sub in the previous 2 games. Alfaro, who scored the second goal. Still Alfaro. That's judged to be a foul.
And I said the 2 before that were, but probably not that last one. So maybe it's just a little bit too much. But you see how he gets back to his feet. I mean, he's won the ball. It's just the follow through that's caught him. It's not dangerous. There's no malice in that.
Less than 10 minutes of normal time. Are you prepared to call it at this stage, Paul?
I'm calling the game with you.
A winner. A winner, or it could be a draw. Who knows?
I think I said before the game that I thought it was going to be Pune City because I felt they had just that little bit more quality going forwards. It looks as though it's panning out that way.
Alfaro's inside. Raju was defending in the initial build-up there, and he is again. He's just got to keep his poise. And how about that for a pass? Finding Oshim. From the Men of Steel. Get back in and equalise. Belfort picked up as Stankovic went the reverse.
But just jumped straight to his feet, wants to carry on. I mean, played at good level all over Europe, the Austrian international.
Comes here from SV Reed, played 9 games and scored 2 goals in the current European season after going back to Sturm Graz for 3 years where he had his second stint.
He's not touched him there. That's why he jumped straight back to his feet to get and go and close the ball down, yet the referee's given a free kick.
3 interesting decisions have come in the last 5 minutes as Marcelinho. Terry had to clean up because it's hit Jerry.
It's good defending from Jerry. You've got to put your head there sometimes. If you're in that wall, it's going to happen. Jamshedpur will want things to keep going so that they can keep the momentum and try and get up the other end. Whereas you know what's exactly happening on the other side now in these mines. Slow the game right down. Let's kill this one.
The 2 players who combined to get that second goal. Sarfak's played it out.
Pune go to the top of the table, don't they?
You know, for a club that's finished 6th, 7th and 6th in the first 3 editions of the Hero Indian Super League, this is big for them.
In season 2 and 3, had the squads to be able to finish in the top 4. Just didn't all go right for them.
Yeah, was it 2015 David Platt had quite a talented crop. Smart goalkeeping, although the clearance has gone to Marcelinho. He was hoping the kick was still off his line. He's run into Jerry.
I'll put the arm up over him. Watch. That's a fist up. That's the arm up. That's a yellow card, then. That's leading with the arm into an opponent. It's okay. That's why Tilly came across the way he did.
And then he came through as well on the last line. Anas, he won't hold back. They've got to focus on the game now. This is important. Jamshedpur don't want to get involved in this part of it. He's given them both yellows. Really?
I think we might see some more challenges coming in before the end of the game.
So we've had
Well,
five
he's just punched him in the face. Anas has grabbed him around the neck just to pull him away. They could both have been red carded there, which was ridiculous. If you push him away in the chest, acceptable, but once you raise the hand up to the facial area, you can't do that. But the reaction then was wrong, but the referee had let it get too far instead of stamping his authority.
And that's what will happen. You let it go, they'll keep going with it. Okay. 5 yellow cards, 3 goals. Alfaro has scored the 3rd goal of the game.
It's young Jerry that's had to drop in there into sort of a central midfield role. There you can see a bloodied lip as well from where the arm was swung across by Marcelinho.
Credit to the young man. Did you see him complain? Did you see him get up and remonstrate? Did you see him signal the referee? He wanted to just get on with the job.
You always do when you're losing. You just want to you just got to bounce straight back up. You're a goal down. You've got to try and chase that goal. You've got to try and win the game.
We've touched on it earlier. A big one. Live football, of course. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and the champions are at home to Chennai. You're right. We might see a few more incidents in this game, and a yellow card handed out, the 6th one.
Shall I tell you why that was done? Because he exactly did the elbow to the young boy, and he's just trying to teach Marcelinho a lesson, saying, I'll look after my boys. If the referee won't, I will. And he's just wiped him straight out. Clear-cut yellow card. It is, but that could have been avoided.
2nd booking of the season for Thierry. The clock is against them. Ranko Popovic having a word with one of the assistants here, Ishfaq Ahmed.
They're just arguing
about the Jerry. I think it's the Jerry incident. The arm raised.
Yeah. They think that the elbow was swung.
So yet another night of high drama in the Hero Indian Super League. Alfaro is trying to get himself booked. I'm not sure. Why would you be standing over the ball like that? Well, he's just got himself booked.
You know, you can do that and pick the ball up as a goalkeeper, run up to the edge of the box and launch it. So would you rather waste this 30 seconds having the booking or just carry on with the game? That's because you played it off the man. He's the goalkeeper. He can pick it up again.
Booking number 2 of the season for Alfaro. 4 bookings in the closing minutes of the game. 7 all up. Lucky we're in effect got 11 against 11 at the moment. Is there a twist in this story? Good jink inside, lines it up well. The man who had opened the scoring in the game. Marcelinho, will he kill the clock and go to the corner or go for goal? He's kept going, he's pulled it back and denied. Denied was Stankovic.
How's that a goal kick? Marcelinho does ever so well here, knows that Thierry's just walloped him but gets past him. Stankovic just gets in front of Anas. Blocked wide, but a goal kick.
Could have sworn the assistant referee signalled for the corner. Stankovic slides it through. Offside is Diego Carlos. Ooh, that's going to be close as well.
Pune could have got in there.
Alfaro feeling the right calf.
Civic just stepped up, had a look across the line, saw that the two defenders were ahead of him. Not sure if that's cramped or if it's a little tweak.
Throws himself around. Some of the loyal fans here in Pune.
It's great, they get a lot of the schools involved there in Pune as well, and you know, they get them into the ground, the atmosphere, it helps build it.
To the uninitiated, we should explain it. It's a wonderful sports facility. It's a multiple sport facility in this whole complex here. Oh, there's another night that he'll remember. He's been a hero before.
It's not the first, it won't be the last either. He's worked incredibly hard, and it's the work rate as well as the goal getting back to the scoreboard for him. But the work rate that he puts in is absolutely immense. That's why he's today's hero of the match.
Stoppage time, 5 minutes. Jamshedpur still pressing hard. The ball falls loose. Still not out of that danger zone now. Wow. But still not put away. The rebound. It had to be put away. How did they miss that one? Azuka, the last man.
What has just happened there is unbelievable. Satak can't clear it. Raju with the challenge, drilled back in, off the line, and then just wide. Wellington with the strike.
Adil Khan on the line. What an escape for the home side. You think the first attempt's going to go in, and then the second one, Khan just launched and blocked, is in the right place.
8 white shirts forwards. They're not holding back now. They haven't the last 15 or so minutes.
Loss for Jamshedpur, they'd still be within 3 points of the top 4, but for FC Pune City, they'd be climbing to the summit of the Hero Indian Super League.
Just tweaks that number a little bit higher for teams to get to.
Belfort, numbers back there. Gertej equalised for his team. Is the delivery true? It is, but the keeper, he's taken at least 4 aerial balls to perfection. That's the pro that Alfaro is.
I think he's raked him a little bit there because he's gone past him. Watch there. Ooh, right down the Achilles. It's a little bit naughty.
Hero of the match, a constant thorn in this Jamshedpur defence. Oh, that's not the right thing to do. Kelvin's Belfort's trying to lift him up. So frustration creeping in. Stankovic, he'll stand his ground.
Don't say that to me. There's nothing wrong with his English, is there? Stankovic.
Most of those European forwards now having so many players of English-speaking background playing in all those leagues. Alfaro.
How can he be on the field of play if he's been down there getting treatment? That's actually a yellow card offence.
They've got a corner and it's working in favour for the home side. You're right, he was treated just seconds ago.
Interesting.
It'll be a short corner and you can see the Jamshedpur players know it.
Duti's turn now. There you go. Everyone else has got a yellow card, so it has to be Duty.
Belfort held back. We take it back 2 metres. And again, it's more valuable time. He's got to move the ball back. Wellington's got to take the free kick from the right position. This is literally the last chance, you would think. Not much time left, 5 added on. There could be another 30 to 40 seconds on top of that. Stankovic, first time clearance, and look where it's found. Marcelinho. The first of 3 big away games for Jamshedpur on Sunday in Kolkata, on Thursday week in Mumbai. And away form hadn't been too bad at all, just 1 loss on the road in 5 previous matches. And now, penalty.
No.
What's he giving here? What is Mr. Kumar giving here? Duti's down.
He got caught there.
Well, it's a corner kick. This is some ending to the game. Up was Subrata. And it's full time. Finally, Paul Macefield. What do you make of all of that?
Was it a penalty? That's the big question. I tell you what now, it's a huge win for Pune to take them back to the top of the table.